My conservative family keeps trying to control what I wear. I've had enough.
No one asked for your opinion.
Backstory for context. I, 41 female, have always been a chesty woman. Since I was 13, I have been a double D cup. That's I'm pretty sure big. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. Okay. Will do that to you. It comes with hormone changes, weight gain, and a rapid growth of facial hair during puberty. Whoa. By the way, this comes from prestigious Ticket 62. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, after discovering an ovarian cyst the size of a softball, which was removed, I went from being flat-chested to looking like an adult film star over a few months. I can't help but develop so quickly. Are they still growing past the double Ds? Anyway, my mother and father thought they could try and hide it with turtlenecks and baggy clothes. While other teens wore cute outfits, I looked like a wannabe nun, covered from head to toe to hide my body. As I grew up, it got worse. I got asked to dances, and my parents would buy me dresses that covered me from the neck to the toes. I swear my claustrophobia was at an all-time high living in that house. Because of all this, I also developed depression. At this point, I didn't care what I looked like and ate a lot to cope with everything that was going on in my life and mind. I gained weight, a lot of it. And of course, that was just another thing for my parents to complain about. Fast forward to now, I'm all grown up and living on my own. For the past 20 years, I've worked on myself and my mental health to the point I lost 182 pounds.
Whew.
Dang.
That's impressive.
I went from a size 26 to a size 10 to 12, depending on the style of clothing, and got my hormones in check. You'd think my family would be happy for me, right? Wrong. I got invited to my cousin's wedding a couple months ago. I went out and bought a dress for the occasion because why not? I never buy things for myself. And I wanted to feel good on this day. I bought a beautiful blush pink dress with a sweetheart neckline and 2 to 3 sleeves with a lace overlay on top. Sounds like a beautiful dress. It was the prettiest thing ever and only showed a little bit
because
of
I'm
the
imagining
cleavage.
it's like this, and then you have the lace covering as well.
Yeah.
So
they're just saying like a little bit. Just, boop. As soon as I walked into the venue, my mother and father waved me over to their seats so I could sit with them. As soon as I sit down, my father decided it would be the perfect time to tell me that while I looked nice, it would be better if I could cover up with a wrap or something. I looked at my mother and she was clutching her imaginary pearls and instantly agreed with my father. Like me showing an inch or two of cleavage was the end of the world. I ignored them because I was raised better than to raise my voice in church. And after the ceremony, I walked away and didn't say a word.
Yeah.
I congratulated my cousin and her husband on the way out, about to head to the reception. As soon as I got in my car with the love of my life, I heard my phone blowing up with texts. I glanced at the screen and saw both my father, mother, and even my sister texting me options of wraps I could borrow for the reception. I sighed and said I didn't need one because it was 84 degrees and I was already sweating in what I had on. They all responded with, well, if you knew how to dress yourself, then we wouldn't have to help you. That's when I lost it. I texted back, you all realize I am 41 years old. I can dress myself, right? I know me being big-chested must be so bad for you since I'm the one who has to live with them and have lived with them for over 20 years. I like how they're like little roommates.
I've been living with them. You don't know what it's like.
I need to charge them rent for being up here. This is my body, and I will wear what I want, where I want. Stop trying to police my outfits. You witched and blamed me when I was heavier, and now that I feel good in my own skin, you want to tear me down more. I'm done. I will see you at the reception. And if any of you try to cover me up, or to save face, I will not hesitate to cut you all off.
Yes.
I turned my phone off and had my boyfriend drive us to the reception. He was so proud of me for standing up to my parents that we might have taken a detour to a secluded beach and made out for an hour. Okay, OP.
Okay.
Anyway, once we got to the reception, my cousin and aunt pulled me aside and scolded me for sending my parents the message I sent. I explained to them that they have been policing my clothing for decades and I'm done with it. I am an adult and can decide what's appropriate and what's not. My aunt understood, but my cousin said she isn't taking sides and wish I hadn't started drama on her day. Okay, wait.
How is this? This is ridiculous.
Pausing right here. It's at a wedding, the cousin's wedding.
Sure.
Is OP at all the a-hole for pushing back like on that day?
No, because they kept harassing her. And also it wasn't like they were in front of everyone and OP was like, how dare you?
It's a text.
This was a text.
And also,
this was a text.
There's the issue of placing blame on the wrong party.
Exactly.
Don't place blame on OP setting a boundary with their parents, being like, hey, I'm going to wear what I want. I'm an adult woman. Place blame, if you're going to place blame on anyone,
parents.
on the parents being like,
yeah,
cover up, you sweet summer child.
Because I'm assuming the parents came up to the cousin and were like, OP's won't cover up. And we're like complaining or something. And that's how the cousin found out.
And the cousin should be like,
shut up.
Shut up. This is my day.
This is my wedding day. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's what should have happened.
My aunt understood, but my cousin said she isn't taking sides and wished I hadn't started drama on her day. I told my cousin if she was so concerned with drama, then maybe she needed to go talk to my parents and tell them to stop telling people how I upset them.
Yes.
That's what we just said.
That's what I and Sam just said.
So Reddit, am I the a-hole? I want to know from all of y'all here with us in the room right now. Do you believe OP is in the a-hole in any way? And also, like, what should OP do from here? Is there anything that can be done?
I think you just tell your cousin, you say, well, I think OP kind of already did, but you said, like, I don't want to talk about this because it's your wedding day. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that. And then you say to your parents, you block them. You say, stop talking to me.
Yeah. And also stop talking to the cousin and spreading
stop talking to the cousin. Stop talking to me.
Vibes.
Shut your mouth and enjoy the day.
We got some edits.
Woo.
We got some updates. So let's get into it.
We're going to get back to the story, but Sam, you have a copious amount of something.
What, John?
X's.
I have like 4 or 5 or 6.
I heard of 6 with a 0
All
behind
right.
it.
That 60 number, comes from somewhere else.
Where does that come from?
It comes from our OK Storytime membership.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's only $5 a month. So go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Join a club almost as exclusive as Sam's X is. Well, let's get back to the story.
Edit. Some people in the comments were shocked about the dress color choice, which was what? I think it was pink. The theme was 2 shades of pink. Just envision the wedding scene from Steel Magnolias, a blush pink and a dusty rose shade of pink. And to add, my aunt, who also had polycystic ovarian syndrome and was rather large-chested herself before she got a reduction, finally understood where I was coming from. My mother was even wearing the same shade of pink as me. So the cousin was not mad about the pink color. She was just upset that I upset my parents and sister. The only other person who was on my side and didn't see it as a problem with my outfit was my brother. The rest of the reception, my brother and boyfriend were playing defense, keeping my parents and sister away from me the rest of the night. Everyone else? Now I'm questioning the dress then. Like,
well, no, I think
if everyone like
it is either the dress or they are around similar people like her parents.
I feel like she's getting like punished for just having a different body a little bit. But I also what possibly could this dress be that it's upsetting this entire gathering?
I think she just literally just has a different body type, and they're all haters.
Well, yeah, potentially, but like, and Ani says like, if no one is on her side,
I'm like,
okay, like what's wrong? I
may have misread it, but I was reading it as none of
her like core family.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. There's a whole other backstory behind why I have a strained relationship with my family, but I'll probably make an update on that at some point. I do want to discuss things with my family. I just don't know how to start. I don't know if I should go in shooters blazing or gently bring it up so they don't feel like I'm attacking them. I just want my voice to be heard. And there is an update. Do we want to see the dress now, or do we want to go into the update?
Give us more context before
Let's
we
hit
get
it.
into the
Yeah,
update?
let's
Alright,
see. Let's see it.
Woo. Oh, come on. Come on.
That's literally below the knee.
That's like, oh my God. Wow. That is just so much coverage.
That's a lot of coverage.
So
But
much
imagine-
coverage.
But didn't she say she has a double breast,
Double D.
double D,
Double breast.
There's a double
Didn't
breast.
she say she had 2 boobs?
double breasted compared to other women? Is that true?
She's not double breasted. She's
Well, it may look like she's double breasted compared to
Ds.
other women,
What does
right?
double-breasted even mean?
She's
Aren't
just
all-
double the
all women
size
are
of the breast.
double-breasted?
unless they've lost 1 boob.
I don't know. I'm Miss Jaybird says double D is not that big. Is that not big?
It's not that big.
All right, but we got an update. So on Saturday, I contacted my brother and sister to talk about what happened a few months ago at the wedding. So this is the update. My sister was hesitant but agreed, and my brother was all in and said he'd be there. We met up at my sister's place and sat down. I started off the conversation by saying that I love my family and would never insult them in any way, but for a 41-year-old woman to be reprimanded over a dress that wasn't even too revealing was ridiculous. My sister tried defending herself and my parents, but my brother put a stop to it right there. He mentioned all the times mom, dad, and her would always nitpick my outfits growing up, never allowing me the freedom to have my own personality or style. It wasn't about her. It was about me and how I feel. That shut her up. Well, all I wanted was for her to see how it feels for me always being knocked down when I have something good going on in my life, always feeling like a second-class citizen in the family, never living up to their expectations, not wanting to be the dutiful daughter anymore and wanting to make my own choices and live the life that I want. And that doesn't include covering myself up from the neck down. My chest was no longer up for discussion.
Hell yeah.
If they can't be happy that I am still willing to be a part of the family, then so be it. And that goes for her as well. I laid it all out. If she can't support me against my parents, then I would have to cut her out too. I also mentioned how being cut out of Christmas because of my stunt at the wedding was uncalled. She wore a normal dress
And she was
to
cut
a
out
wedding.
of Christmas?
And she went, what?
Oh my God.
We saw the dress and it's like, it feels very covered. It's not like a Kanye girlfriend dress where it's
Yeah,
completely
not a
laced.
dress.
Do you even want to be around this family?
No.
Question for all of you. Is this low contact or no contact kind of vibe?
I guess that's up to OP.
I feel like I think putting your distance and checking in to see if they've
Yeah.
changed their mind,
Yeah.
which is why I recommend low contact, but it really does seem that they're affecting your mental health and like,
Agreed.
Nothing's worth that.
Agreed.
I told her if she wants to side with mom and dad, that's fine, but I will no longer accept their toxic behavior. We are all grown-ups and should act that way. No more involving people in family drama. And she agreed. She said she would talk to mom and dad on my behalf because as of right now, I am blocked by them. By the way, you should never block us and listen to us 24/7 in your ear holes by going to our podcast, OK Storytime. Wherever you get your podcast, you can listen to us while you're doing other stuff. It's pretty great.
Tons of other stuff.
Tons of other stuff. So my brother, on the other hand, decided to be petty. He's planning a family Easter get-together and is going to invite everyone except my parents. He might go over there in the morning to see them and talk some sense to them, but he's not holding his breath on them realizing their mistakes. So as for right now, I have both siblings on my side, but we'll see how long that lasts. If I have blowout with my parents in the future, I'll update, but as of right now, I guess this is all I can give. And that is where that story ends. But we got more for you.
We got so much more for you.